Hello and welcome to the next edition of H. Paul Models. This being the third episode in a series of vintage classics from Airfix, I'm now building, or will be building, the Stug III 75mm assault gun, and then I'm going to put all four vehicles into some form of diorama. Looking forward to this one, so let's crack on! Well, here's the kit before I build it. Interestingly, Airfix products 1962. That is significantly older than me. But having said that, the moulding on it is really good. The detail, the hatches, everything is brilliant. So yeah, this is going to be well, yeah, it's going to be brilliant. I think there's a little bit of flash on the top of this whole side, but I can't see anything else. So that's a really good start. Prime the model on its sprues, and the first coat I'm going to put on is metallic for chipping and whatnot later. Here we go. Let's get these little bits on first because they look like they should go on first. Parts 1 and 2 off the sprue. Make sure I'm getting it the right way round. Has anyone else ever thought while building one of these? That looks like something very rude. Oh, I can't stop giggling now. Little top wheels on. Oh, that's hopefully, oh, no pinging. Oh, no, it is round the right way. Put that on there like that. And then that one on there like... Oh, cripes. Oh dear. Come on. It's a bit fiddly this, isn't it? I'll turn that wheel round so where I cut it off the sprue, the track will cover up that little divot. There we go, and then put that one on, and then that one on. Oh cripes. Right, a little bit of the old friendly Tamiya, just in the middle there, to seal the deal. And I'll let them cure before I move to the other wheels. Top wheels have sat nicely, so now the bottom ones. Oh crikey. It's got to go on, look at the distractions, got to go on that way I believe. And it's not. Oh dear. Have I got to get my drill out? I think I have. Let's try another one just in case it's a moulding thing. Oh god. I must admit I was rather spoilt with that more modern churn I did a little while ago for the Kelly's Heroes diorama, because that had pre-built tracks, and I wasn't the Sherman, it was a Tiger, sorry, tell a lie. I cheated on that one. Nope, that's not going to have it. I'm going to have to get myself my pin vise and drill those holes out. Okay, I've had a little drill session. 1.7mm in case anyone needs to know. I think it was just paint actually from the airbrushing. Now we'll turn that round and put that on there. Oh my goodness. Oh, get on there. I ran all these through and all with a drill. Right, I'm going to put these wheels together, glue them, and then you can have a look and see what it looks like when I'm done. Right, these lower track wheels were very problematic. I've had to drill some of them out to 1.7mm to get them to fit, and there's two that I've cracked because they were just so tight. I'll post a picture up to show you the cracks, but the wheels are on now, which is good. So looking at the destructions, we've got the rear pulley which goes on this end. Hopefully it'll fit. Oh yes, finally got a fit. Woohoo! Then we put the little grabby bit on the back. Bit of the old favourite Tamiya, and lock that in. Then we have the front drive wheel. Could be the rear drive wheel for all I know. I haven't assembled the tank yet. Push that through. God, everything's tight on this model. Oh, there we go. And push that in there, like that. Make sure all the lines are, I'm trying to make sure the track lines are lined up, so when I go to fit the tracks it's not too difficult. A bit on there, just to seat that in, and that's two main drills in, two main wheels in. Both sides track wheels are now done. I had quite a few fit issues, to be honest. I had to drill out the wheels and a lot of stuff. This one I managed to snap, so I've had to glue it into place. Bit of a disaster, I must admit, but it's all been fixed, it's all done now, so that's good. Now it's back to the paint bench to give it all a varnish, and then hairspray, and then I shall assemble a tank, 94 it, and chip it. What I'm going to do before I assemble the model, now it's been silvered, varnished, hairsprayed, painted with 94. You didn't need to see all that. I'm going to do chipping on this, just along here where the track may run and bring stones up and whatnot. A bit too much there, but never mind. And on some of the wheels. Right, time to assemble the model. What I've noticed is it appears to be a little bit warped. It doesn't want to sit, unless I'm doing something wrong, but it doesn't want to sit, so I'm going to glue it bit by bit. So using a little touch of this good old Revel on the inside there, I'm going to glue this bit in first, this end in. Make sure I'm getting around the right way. And then seat that in there and hold that down in place like that. So fixing the other half onto the tracks, just use a bit of Tamiya on the inside there. Quite a bit, because I want it to bleed in there and wick and do what it does so well. And again, just hold that until it sets. Right, both sides are now on and set, which is good. So before I put the top on, I'm going to fit the track, because having experienced these rubberized tracks before, they're not the best. To be fair, they are really not the best. So I've got my super glue ready. I'll tuck that into there. Make sure that sits in there like that. Feed it round. What I usually get is a wheel pinging off because the tension of the belt is too much, which is why I'm being ultra careful with this now. Try and push those two together, which is there now. Excellent. Get my little lid. Tiniest a bit of super glue, I don't want that's more than enough. And cocktail stick. Run it into there. Oh, it's pinged, never mind. You can always re-ping it, unping it, whatever. Notice I'm putting it on the underside of the track because that's going to be on the floor, so the join won't be too obvious. And then push them together, and hopefully I won't get stuck to the track, which would be nice. Give that a good pinch with them, just to see if I can't get them to join together like that. I think the super glue's got that. Working on the top now, and there were a few gaps, so I've just done a little bit of filler there just to make sure it doesn't move once it's set. So yeah, that's looking good. Now let's see how it sits on top. And that goes towards the front, which is that way round. Oh, that's very nice. That is very nice. Small detail parts, so this guard is going to go on in there. I've had to file this down a bit to get it to fit. It's unfortunate, but you know, it's a vintage classic kit, it's what you expect. I mean, I like these kits because they need a lot of work. They're cheap, they're easy to build, well, apart from the wheels here. They're easy to build and they're quite a lot of fun. So yeah, now some of the hatches, just make sure I'm putting hatches in the right way. Where's the distractions gone? That way. Right, okay, so we'll put one in there, a little bit of Tamiya, pick up the tweezers and then drop that in there like that, and then the same the other side. Like that, and then this hatch, which I'm worried about breaking, but I'm going to do it anyway, across there. I'm hoping this will stay where I put it, so I drop that on there like that. My next bit, before I do the full weathering job and everything else, on the back here there's a part that just looks like it should be a steel cable, but I don't like it. So, using a bit of 5 amp fuse wire, I'm going to thread that through there. Come on, in you go. This isn't going to work, is it? There we go, it's gone through that side. Tweezers and pull that through. And then try the same again. And pull it through. I want it hanging down a little bit, so we'll just pull that back like that. And down. And bring that back up and around and thread it through again. Am I going to be that lucky? This is this is the question. And thread that through there if I can. Yeah. Oh, it sprung out. Grab it and pull it. I've got it. I know I've got it. Come on. There we go. And that's through again. So there's like a bit more realistic cable on the back than that lump of plastic that was in the kit. I didn't know. The tank's together. All the parts are on now, apart from that track, which I'll go into later in the diorama. The gun didn't fit that well, so I've put some filler in there and tried to shape it like the canvas it appears to be in the mould. So, time for decals. I've got decal fix, soap in the brush, let them soak for a while. Decal fix on the side here. I've already varnished the vehicle, so after I did the weathering, so that's definitely done. And there's a cat hair in here because I had a visit from Lucy earlier. They should be ready to go now, I would imagine. Yep. So looking at the destructions on the rear of the box, 113 goes there. So I'm not doing it at a very good angle for the camera, and the German cross goes there. If I turn that over, you can see what I'm doing. Position 113 like that, and then the cross like that. That's about right. Oh, that's wonky. That's it. Get myself a cotton bud and just gently roll away the excess. There we go. I'll do the other two sets and then we'll do something about that filler. Right, the gun's repaired, done, so I'm just going to put some Crawford Black burnt umber down the side of the tank just to simulate, like, I don't know, dirty sand or whatever, I don't know, just to give it a bit of interest, I suppose. Just to dry brush it on, just so it makes some of the features stand out. Like these bits here, just give them a little bit of a buff. Diorama base. Here we go. I've already put the other track onto the diorama. Now the story is, went over this big rock, the driver, and he smashed the wheel that I cracked whilst building the model. So it's his fault, not mine really. So I'm going to super glue the vehicle back a bit like that, I think. So that'll be the first job. So get a little tiny bit of super glue on a couple of these wheels. One there, a bit there, and a bit along this track. And then very carefully, just not to break the border of the diorama, sorry my head's in the way of the camera, lower it onto there, like that. And just hold it in place until the super glue tacks on. I think that's set. So I've got some figures I pre-painted for the diorama. I did them off camera because, yeah, you don't see me suffer, do you? So I've got the driver, head in his hands, going, oh no, Rommel's coming for an inspection. So he's going to be standing there in front of the wheel. So I'll let him tack on with the super glue. I think he's on. Come on. He's on. The next guy is this little chap, which is laying down, looking at the damage. So a little touch of super glue on his hands. Like that. And a bit on his knee. I think that will probably hold him on. drop him down next to the driver there, looking at the damaged wheel. Hopefully he'll sit down there and behave. Right, the next chap is this guy with a tool roll. He's standing at the driver going, "You blithering idiot." In whatever German that would be, I don't know. So just let him tack these on. I've got this guy bringing the track round from the other side of the vehicle. I don't know why it's the other side, I just want it to be. So he's walking down that way. So he'll tack on. There we go, he's on. Oh, crikey. What I'm going to do now is, this spare wheel needs to go on because that's going to replace the cracked wheel. So drop it in the super glue, give it a mix up, and then just drop it in there like that. Now we add the other vehicles. So with the APC, I'm just going to get a few dollops of super glue on the bottom of the wheels on each one. Like that, and then I'm going to place him there to keep lookout over the seam, like that, and let that tack. There we go. And then the smaller armoured car. These wheels. And then drop that one. Yeah. And let that tack on. And then Rommel himself on each wheel of the car. And then put him down there, right next to the soldier. Give him a bit of a telling off. And this chap, who's carrying an artillery shell, is going back to his vehicle, to the open hatch, and let him tack on. And around the front, I'll go over the MP40. I can see the glue. I'll have him standing in front of the tank, like on guard or something. Oh, I've got the man on way with the tweezers, that's better. Like that. Standing there. is one of those original Airfix 176 figures which are not very good. There we go, he's on. Last but not least, the guy with the MG. Smear his boots with super glue. And I'm going to stick him in there as a bit of interest in the corner there. There we are, my finished version of my desert diorama where Doofus driver here breaks a track and Rommel's driving past. Oh, I've really enjoyed this, it was so much fun. I like these vintage classic models and all the other stuff that goes with it. Anyway, if you like the video, please give it a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode. Cheers!